It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the Big House, Michigan Stadium. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, as you know, anytime Ohio State plays at Michigan, it can be really intense, and that's already something we've seen here in the pregame. You might remember teams shared the tunnel coming out onto the field, and I could see a little bit of a pregame scuffle, guys pushing, shoving, getting it mixed up. Already this rivalry game is turned up. The heat is on here at Michigan. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Buckeyes offense as they take control of the football first. Ohio State pulled out a classic and won close over the Wolverines last season.
Yeah, it's so nice to know you got a team that in the biggest moments in the game, the huge rivalry game, your big game of the year, they can come up clutch and make those big plays. Ohio State did a year ago. Can this team handle the moment now against the new Michigan team?
Well, oftentimes in great rivalries like this, the game is going to go right down to the wire. And that loss last year, that really propelled Michigan this offseason. They did extra sprints. They spent extra time in the weight room. Fourth quarter, that was a major point of emphasis all offseason, getting ready for this one. They know they've got to dial in this one late.
He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
I mean, some quarterbacks have a hard enough time just completing passes in the pocket, but to do it on the run, like when you got that kind of speed and that kind of momentum going, it takes a special kind of athlete, and that quarterback, he's a different breed.
Here's Julian saying to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Wolverines offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes the sophomore running back. If you like running the football, we've got a couple of guys who can flat do it in this one.
This game is going to come down to who can run the ball and who can stop the run. We can talk a lot about these being the two best running backs or two of the best in the entire country, but Dave, these run defenses, man, are no joke.
Dude, you are speaking my language. Like, you got me so excited, man. The QB over here talking about run fits and great defense. That's exactly what you're going to see on both sides. The physicality. They don't give up big plays. Which one of these running backs can stay patient, stay in the moment, realize not every play is going to be a big play? Who shines today?
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle.
There's a crease on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
Quickly to the tight end. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Wolverines are marching down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Buchanan. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
Dumps it off in the flats. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. The run inside. It's Jackson. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Zayn rushes on him. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Working that left side now. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. There's not a screen big enough to list all the memorable moments from this rivalry, but here are a few of them. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Zayn. He wants to go deep. Pulls in the deep ball. Off and running. Touchdown, Buckeye. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. A very efficient 5-play score.
It was America that did it.
And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house.
Thank you.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Wide receiver going in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Throwing. Carr. They're setting up the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Sayin to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it down the field. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Oh, they're after him. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
We got to give this offense a lot of credit because they've been really physical. They've been doing a nice job running the football.
Dialed up the fake. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. The fake field goal catches the defense with its pants down, and it's going to be a touchdown. Oh, the fake caught the defense by surprise. Opened up a little passing lane for the score.
And I tell you what, on field goal block, what are we doing? We're sending everybody. You might want to keep a guy or 2 back deep just in case they do run the field goal. And when you bring the field goal block and you bring everybody and you're sending all your resources to get them and you're not covering, this can happen. I tell you what, guts to call the play, and it actually worked.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Got it behind the line. It's Lacey. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing, say it. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Say it. Pulls it in. It's Bell. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running inside. It's Jackson.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And he's coming out, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Grabbed by the kicking team.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a
touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Number 96, Set to kick this one away.
Here he comes with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The inside handoff. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fires to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Here's Julian saying to throw. They'll run the screen. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. It's Saying. Get it out on the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make them feel the physicality of the game.
Touchdown, Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Number 96, set to kick it away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's open the show with Vanderbilt taking on the number 17 team, the Tennessee Volunteers. Over to your game inside the big house. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And of course his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard.
The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, they seem very concerned about these injuries. What's going on down there?
I caught up with the Michigan coach at the half. They have got to keep an eye on their quarterback. He definitely struggled in that first half. Some of it, though, not his fault. He has taken a lot of hits. I can visually see the wear and tear, bumps, bruises, seeing him with some abrasions. They've got to do a better job protecting him, or we'll see if they make a change. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Caught, and he's got room. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Makes his man miss. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Carr on play action. Bringing the heat. Tosses it incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Gets the back moving. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
The trickeration goes awry, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He splits the uprights.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 22, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Say it. The short hands. It's Smith. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great in this court.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Looking downfield is Sayin. Gets it to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. 3rd down coming after the incompletion. Sayin back to the air. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. We assume he's going to punt it this time. He did complete a pass earlier. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So here comes the Michigan offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Throwing right. A strike downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Play action. Carr. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Open on the right side, that's Smith. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Got it down the field. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Makes one man miss.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his...
Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Sends it back in motion. Carr takes the easy one to the back.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Makes a deep grab. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He'll run it again. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Throwing. Carr. Got a man. It's Hansen. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Play fake, Carr. Fires quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the inside give. Plows through the defense. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Carr to throw for it on fourth. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. One final play before the end of the quarter. Julian with the play fake. Looking deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll run play action. Forced out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Here's Sayin to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Motion from the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the air, it's Hurley. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Throwing, say it. Looking for the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Now facing a third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Lined up in the gun on third down. Say it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. And it's no good. They pull the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Caught in the backfield, it's Hurley. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to pass, it's Hurley. He'll pull it down. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. It'll be third and long.
Ready? Move 30. Move.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. One more play to pad the stats. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.